Welcome to Leeds United fans, and my name is Philip, and I'm joined again by Luke again this week. And we're just after watching the Arsenal game, and oh man, so unlucky, so unlucky. In the last video when we were talking about the Palace game, we were both of the decision that we'd get nothing from this game.
Which
But in
we
the
didn't.
in the end, we were very unlucky not to get at least a point from that.
Should have won. Better team.
In the second half, we were absolutely all over them.
Robbed a little bit, and not for the penalty at the end. The Bamford goal should have stood.
I said to you before I didn't. I still haven't seen that because my stream went down for a few minutes, but I'll see it later on Match of the Day, no doubt.
I will admit to not having the best angle because they didn't actually. I don't recall them showing it from every angle, but for me, it hit him there.
Top of the shoulder.
That's not handball,
Never.
and that's the point that Bamford was making. And it was a great fin. He'd literally just come on, and it was his
Hmm.
first action. It hit him there. It came down, and he just belted it in. For me, that's a goal.
It was just sums up our luck really. Some this season we've even there's been games when we've deserved something from it, and we haven't got something from it. The last game now. We'll move on to the players now in a second, but one thing I will say, I fucking slated Cooper the last day, but today he didn't put a foot wrong, from what I could see.
Oh. Defensively, very good game. I know we conceded one goal, but it was a great finish.
Yeah, but again, man, two games in a row. Rodrigo with that fucking stupid ball across the field to strike. He got a yellow card the last day, and today it cost us a goal. Like, what the hell was he thinking? That's twice in 2 games he's done that. Like, it makes no sense.
He was fairly anonymous today, to be honest. Other than that,
I
so
think now Rodrigo fucking bench, bench now.
yeah,
Because Sinistera, Harrison, and Arneson today up the three behind
Oof,
Bamford, and they were
dangerous.
brilliant. Like,
Dangerous. It was brilliant to watch.
Sinistera, man, we've got an absolute bargain with him.
So hope we can keep him for a short amount of time.
Well, he seems to be happy. So, and the club are under no pressure to sell anyone. So,
True,
we're
very
in a
true.
good place. We're in a good place financially. So, and there's even talk of a couple of signings in January. So,
Yeah, he's talking about picking up a striker, isn't he? Which
well, that's more the papers saying that more than anything. He didn't come out and say it in as many words. Like,
okay. I don't. To be honest, I don't watch the press conferences because they bore the arse off me.
it wasn't even that. It's just the usual websites with making up fucking stories as usual. Caught offside or whatever it was.
Okay.
I wouldn't let. I just see all these groups, all these links, all these news articles. I'd say news very, very lightly, but
Yeah.
how some of the people, why would you even open it ever? Why even ridiculous? Like, but anyways, we'll move on to the players. So Meslier didn't do a thing wrong.
Superb.
Didn't
Yeah. Picked a couple of very dangerous crosses out the air and got into safety. I don't. Did he have anything to save? I don't think he did. Really, a couple of
Not really, no. The
smaller
only
saves.
but the goal, like, we can't fault him for the goal because that was a fucking thunderbolt. You don't save
That
that.
would have gone in against anybody.
Yeah, that's a worldly, like,
Yeah.
that's one of those shots you just don't save.
Well, I rate Bukayo Saka.
Oh, he's
He's a
brilliant,
very
man. He's
yeah,
absolutely brilliant. Like,
very good. So no problem, Melier. Very good.
and Rasmus again, brilliant. Martinelli didn't
Becoming
get a sniff out of him.
Now he's becoming one of my favourite players because
Oh, he's undroppable.
he he silenced Zaha last week.
Yeah,
Silenced Martelli, who again is really good.
excellent player.
Yeah. Notice how they didn't bring him off for Ailing this week.
No, no, no. I think Luke now is. I think he's bench because Rasmus has to be playing. He's getting forward a bit more as well too as time is going on. Because in preseason he was bombing up and down the wings,
Yeah.
but he seems to have taken that out of his game a bit because he was kind of getting caught a bit. He's like, right, I'm going to learn how to defend in the Premier League, and then I'll start going forward a bit. But he's progressing it slowly into his game now, and he's turning out to be for 10 million, man, bargain, absolute fucking bargain.
You know my view. Luke Ayling's one of my favourite players for us,
Mine too.
but this guy's unreal.
He's a
The
step up, like,
absolute bargain.
yeah. And Cock again, brilliant in the centre of defence.
Again, yeah.
Every game,
Yeah,
He's always a
he,
solid 7.5, 8 out of 10 performance. Like there's nothing wrong. Like
especially when he's playing with Cooper rather than Llorente.
yeah, man. Cooper, I said in the start where he said he was terrible against Palace, but today didn't do anything wrong. He looked assured. Arsenal, he didn't look. At any point that I think we're going to concede. Like so, that's a big step up from where we were defensively a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everyone's allowed an off game.
Yeah, and Strike again didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, didn't wasn't outstanding, but yeah, no
He's
issues.
the thing with Strike is he gets forward, but his lack of pace kind of can
Mm.
hold him back a bit. Because especially when you've got Saka, you've really got to be conservative. You know, you got to be thinking. But Rocket was dropping in well though and covering him at the same time though.
Yeah, he was.
And Rocket was a machine out there today.
Our usually we're very hit and miss with new signings. Marsh has nailed it this summer.
Rocket is brilliant, man. He's everywhere, but you don't see him. He just covers everyone's, and he's always in the right position. He's got a great ball in him, and I think that was Tyler Adams today. Now we said in previous roundups, I'd like to see a bit more variety in his passing and a bit more forward distribution rather than side to side and tiki taka. But today he was bringing it in.
Yeah,
But he's starting to play them through balls now, and he's starting to get more creative. And remember earlier in the game, it was Aronson, Adams, and Rasmus. There was an incident where they got back, and Aronson got fouled, and the three of them like fucking banging heads into each other, roaring at each other. Like it was just
oh, the Aronson tackle.
yeah. The three boys,
Yeah,
Aronson, Rasmus, and Adams, all in like shouting at each other like primal, really
yeah,
up for it. Like it's great to see.
yeah, yeah. It was Aronson that made the tackle, and yeah, they were
Yeah,
well up for it.
from
Tyler Adams as
Martinelli. Yeah,
well. Something else about Tyler Adams, and it was something the commentator mentioned, and he was spot on. Arsenal were when we got the penalty. Granted, he missed it, but that's irrelevant. Um, they were time wasting trying to put him off,
he pulls
and
it
he
back
just
for the win.
took him to one side. That's leadership qualities.
Yeah, for a
That's what you
young
want
lad
in
too. He's only
country.
23, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really really stepping up now. And well, Marsh obviously knew he was a talent, and
Oh yeah,
he's growing. He's growing all the time, and it's fucking great signings, man. We've met.
I know. I was so skeptical as well.
Oh,
You
how could we
know,
not be, man?
we were picking people up from Red Bull Salzburg and then
Yeah,
Leipzig, and I'm thinking it's just buying old players that
yeah.
he's played with, and
And
it's brilliant.
Rocket didn't get it looking at Bayern, so and he came from
No,
Spain, so
I'd never
that was a
heard of
red
him.
flag straight away.
I'd never heard of him.
I'd heard of him, but he was a the Spanish players. A lot of times they don't settle in England too well. Like
True. And clearly didn't do much in Germany, but
no.
then again, look at what they've got in midfield.
I know Kimmich and all the rest. Like it's very very hard.
Kimmich, Muller, Goretzka, you're not getting into that team.
Unreal team. But
Yeah, but
anyways,
no, superb.
Jack Aronson had another good game today. Now he was dangerous. He was running. He was kind of more in the middle today, and Aronson was pushed out right, white, and Sinister on the
Yeah,
left,
they
and it
kept
seemed to work a lot
flicking,
better.
very fluid.
Yeah.
The kind of attacking midfielders, all of them very fluid.
Hmm. And Aronson, another great display. Like brilliant game from
Yeah,
him again. Done everything he could.
like him, very much like him.
Mm-hmm.
And like you say, the instant when he came back and made the tackle, it was like I don't usually like this, but in American football where they'll make a tackle and all of a sudden they're all high fiving and slapping each other, and I don't like it in American football because they celebrate every little thing. It kind of worked there.
Hmm. Yeah, and Sinistera. He's
Oh
class, man. He's a fucking class, isn't he?
yeah, he is.
He's
Yeah, he is.
absolutely class.
Even in the first half, when it was even in the first half,
Hmm.
but he looked dangerous.
Hmm. Oh, he grew into that game something serious in the second half, and he was awful unlucky not to score as well.
Yeah, he was.
He had a great opportunity, but Ramsdale was just always in the right position, and defensively, Arsenal they done their job really, didn't they? They stopped us.
Ramsdale's bollocks weren't in the right position after that. That looked painful. Bless him.
He's a very good keeper though, and
Yeah,
of course Rodrigo, we've already said that Rodrigo. I fucking he had a bit
Yeah,
of he had a good start at the beginning of the season, but he's back to himself again. Like he's on the
he's
bench.
the
Like
weak
good
link
luck,
today. Definitely weak link today. Not
good
that he
luck.
did anything apart from that one long ball. He didn't particularly do anything wrong, but he
He did
didn't
a
do
lot
anything
of things
right either.
particularly wrong in my eyes. Aronson, Harrison, and Sinistera all got into the box in the first half, and he was in the middle. He was nowhere to be. He was in midfield, and you're like, you're not playing number 9. Why aren't you there?
He probably can't make up. Like I mean, they've chopped and changed him a bit. He probably can't work out what he's doing.
But it's just basics football intelligence. Follow the play in. Just follow the play in. He never did, and the boys getting into the area, they had great chances to set someone up, but there was nobody there.
But he can play well. This is the thing.
He
He's
can,
done it.
but he can. But I think enough of him now. Like we've given him enough chances now.
No, I'm
I'd
not that
rather
kind of
we I'd
thing.
rather we be playing the way we played today, where we're saying we needed somebody in behind Bamford, and the setup today of Sinistera, Harrison, and Aronson. It
Oh
looked
yeah,
like it looked fucking perfect, really, for what he was we're clearly trying to do with the 4-2-3-1 formation.
yeah. Oh yeah, brilliant. As soon as Bamford came on, I mean, we
I
were
changed the
decent.
game.
We were decent in the first half, but the
Hmm.
second half was ours.
Yeah,
Battered them.
and even like we said in the last day against Palace, could we maintain that for 90 minutes? It's clear we can.
Oh yeah, fitness has never been an issue with us, even from when we had because Bielsa drilled them,
Yeah.
and most of those players are still from the Bielsa time.
Hmm.
Fitness was never an issue for us.
No. And
Bamford.
just Bamford, like he was unlucky. Let's put it that way. He
It
went.
was
But the problem is, he could tell that he went for the corner they went for, and at the last second, he could see Ramsdale was starting to move that direction, and he tried to put it right into the corner, and
yeah.
it didn't work.
It wasn't even a bad penalty, as odd as that sounds.
No,
He hit it well. It was
just
oh,
agonising.
he went for the side of the net.
I would have given that to Sinistera because the fact that Bamford's on 99 goals too was also maybe a bit of a mental thing, and he's only coming back. Sinistera would have buried that, I'm sure.
Yeah, that would have been in top corner.
Yeah, that was a mistake, but ifs and buts, and of course,
We went
click.
into we went into the game saying we're not going to get anything, so it's hard to be that disappointed anyway. But yeah, we should have had something.
For sure. At least a point.
Yeah,
And Click came on, and he tried things, but it was just Arsenal had gone fully defensive at that point.
he wasn't on that long either, to be honest.
And Somerville
So
had a great chance at the end too. Blazed it over that. It's like, oh, that was the chance. That was the chance.
I tell you what, if that had come to Click, that's back at net because he can finish.
Yeah. So he just went for power rather than accuracy. He just blazed it.
Yeah, that's he really did. There's a number of players you wanted that to go to,
And it wasn't him.
and it wasn't him.
It will be yeah, in
Oh
time,
yeah,
but not yet.
he'll learn from it.
Mhm.
He will learn from it, but I think we should have had the 3 points. I really do.
We're good for it. Like,
We were robbed of a goal. We missed a penalty. That penalty at the end, I mean, we've discussed it already. That wasn't a penalty because Bamford absolutely leveled him.
yeah, he knocked him over, like, and he retaliated, but if it was just.
Fairly.
Of course, Jaffe came on too, but it was too late for him to do anything.
Yeah, I'm not unhappy. I'm really not because I don't often enjoy watching Leeds because of the nerves of watching your own team, not because of the team themselves.
Don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed that
Hmm.
because Arsenal are the best team in the league at the moment. You take Haaland and Foden out of Man City, and they're not that great. Arsenal look the business,
They are a good team, and
and we just absolutely ran them ragged.
on the note of Arsenal and Arteta, with all the Arsenal fan TV boys back in the day saying, "Oh, get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him," and you probably have sections of the Leeds fans that don't like Marsh for whatever reason. Trust the process. There's a process, and we're improving. That was a huge stride forward today, and we've
Oh
got
yeah,
we've got Leicester and Fulham next.
um,
And if we play like that, We're
Six
going to do
points.
we're going to do all right.
Yeah, 6 points.
And just Rodrigo, just leave him on the bench.
Is Bamford fit enough to start? I mean, he looked it.
He looked it, yeah. I looked it. I think Marsh overthought it and thought maybe put Rodrigo in there because he had a good start to the season. But he's clearly not the answer. Number 9. He was, as we've
No.
already mentioned, he was out of position 3 times today. You know.
Yeah. If he's fit enough, start him.
Mm.
Bamford, I mean. Um, he chased like he did last week. He chased everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got no issue with starting him. He got the ball in the back of the net,
Mm-hmm.
so that's good. I know it wasn't given, but he
Mm.
finished. Yeah, start him.
Oh, we'll have to. Like it's he's a key player for us. He's a presence. Even if he doesn't score, he's making a nuisance of himself. Like
Yeah.
no, and I thought young Gonto would be on the bench today, and people were critical of that, but. There's obviously maybe he might have picked up a knock, or maybe they're just still trying to integrate him into the team.
Our Italian international under 21.
Yeah,
I don't. It's still amusing me.
maybe it's the language barrier. But Marsh said it before we even signed him. He wasn't ready for the Premier League, like so.
No, I mean he's ready for the Italian team and to score goals for him, but he's not ready for the Premier League.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the language barrier to deal with.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what his language skills are like, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying he wouldn't be able to speak the language or anything, but Italy, are kind of bedding him in, and Leeds are bedding him in too, like because Italy only play him in Nations League games.
I've got no issue with the fact that they're bedding him in. The concept of having
I
a
know.
2-goal Italy international in our under 21s amuses the fuck out of me. But no, I think it's the right decision. I mean,
Yeah,
he's not banging him away in the under 21s, so there's no reason to think he'd be banging him away for the first team.
he has 1 and 2 games, so that's not too bad.
No, it's not bad at all, but he needs more time.
Just needs to settle in a bit more, and people just need to have patience. Same with Perkins too, and
Yeah.
I see there's big calls now for. Jesus Christ, I haven't forgotten his name again, have I? Cresswell. I got it this week. There's big calls for Cresswell's loan to be terminated in Millwall now early in January because I think they have the option because he's just not playing.
I don't understand that. They're not playing. I mean,
Because they don't own him.
Because they what?
They don't own him.
They might not own him, but he was as a defender that's scoring most of their goals.
Well, yeah, the manager obviously has decided this is his new partnership with 2 players that he owns that he knows he's not going to lose in a few months' time.
Bring him back then, because
that's what it's looking like. That's going to have to be brought back, and
because put him in the 21s, but you've also then got because he's a left back or is he centre back?
Centre back.
Centre back. Is he left centre back or is he just centre back?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I'm probably just making some up there. I was thinking he could provide more kind of competition for that side, but yeah, bring him back, get him into the 21, get him playing.
Or even maybe what the way we've spoke about Llorente, like maybe just put him on the bench instead of Llorente.
I don't think they'll do that.
No, neither do I. But we'll see. We'll see. But
then again, who says Llorente is going to last the January transfer window? I don't imagine you're the only person that's looking at him thinking, "What the fuck are you doing at our club?"
No. Llorente was a good buy in the scheme of things, but he's just gone to the point now where we just need to replace him.
Would you get rid of Rodrigo?
I would if we can get a decent fee from him, yeah.
How much did we bring him in for? 27 million?
Something up on 30 million, I think. It was 27, 28 million. It was expensive enough anyway for a 30-year-old.
He's not repaid that, has he?
No, he hasn't. But the problem is who's going to take him? The Spanish league is absolutely skint. No, they wouldn't be able to afford him.
That's true, yeah. Barcelona have just sold like 25% of their TV revenue for the next few years.
25 years.
25 years. And it's failed because they've not got through to next stage at Champions League.
I'm not a person who has any spite towards Rafinha. But Barcelona, the way they acted over the summer, I'm delighted they're fucking going out of the Champions League. I know they're absolutely walking at the Spanish league. They've only conceded 1 goal and they're playing really well.
Yeah, yeah,
But that was just. But then again, they've lost the three centre backs they've signed,
yeah.
so they're out to injured. So they've been unlucky. But I think.
I feel sorry for Rafinha, but I always like it when a big club does badly.
hmm As the Joker said, you get what you fucking deserve. Anyways, we'll leave the roundup here now on that. Now we've pretty much covered everything for this one, and we'll probably be back on it'll be Friday before we'll be back because the Leicester game is at 8 o'clock on Thursday, so it'll be a bit late.
Oh, we're playing Thursday.
We're playing Thursday. We're playing Leicester on Thursday.
Why Thursday?
There's just a midweek games because of the World Cup congestion coming up.
Oh, of course. Is this one of our cancelled ones? No, that was Manual
No,
Forest,
that was
wasn't
Man
it?
United and Nottingham Forest.
Forest, yeah.
So
So, Thursday. Yeah.
hopefully, and I imagine if we play like that tonight, and Leicester are fairly poor. I think they lost again yesterday, or the drew or lost anyway yesterday. So
Nil yesterday.
hopefully now this will be the step up we need, the springboard just to get going. Like
Yeah, I would hope so. Very, really good today.
yeah, which just it's mad to be this disappointed about a loss, isn't it?
I think, like I said, we should have won the game. We were
Yeah,
by far the better team. But,
yeah,
but you've got to remember who you're playing. And that
and
performance by Arsenal is a potential champions performance.
and,
Because you're going to get those games where you don't deserve to win, but you win anyway.
and as this we already said on the last video, we expected to. I
Yeah,
wouldn't have been surprised if it was 4-0 after the last game.
yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't have been surprised if we'd lost this game 4-0 and to be this pure deflated at the end, thinking we deserved at least a point from that. But
Is a good thing.
it's a great thing to be honest with you.
It is.
It's a statement of intent, and the boys needed a performance like that just to get the fans back on side again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just trust the Marsh process. We've said in previous roundups as well too, just before we finish, how chaotic we were at times. That seems to be leaving our game too. Adams is improving, Rock is improving. The three lads in behind Bamford all knew their role.
Yeah,
We're getting there. It's a process, and the process is working. So just keep the faith. We've got two good mill games coming up, and we should be fine.
yeah, absolutely.
Until next time, thanks for watching. All and
See
like,
you
share, and
later.
subscribe. Thanks.